And hello there. We'd like to welcome you into the Philly and Fred show, Saturday, October 18th, 2025. We're going to talk about the Thursday night game, the Sunday slate, pick some spreads, maybe some over-unders, maybe some bets we like. And then that'll be it for today's show. First, we got to start off with the Thursday night game. Steelers 31, Bengals 33. I posted that short right before the game, and I'm not gonna lie, I got cooked in the comments after we lost. But hey, I'm man enough to admit I was wrong. Old Yeller turned the gun on me and said not so fast. And I gotta own up to that. I was pretty confident on the Steelers, but whenever they had Joe Flacco, that still scared me a little bit. But actually talking about the game, the defense, the whole defense was a problem because that offensive line was terrible, and we couldn't get any pressure. And it's got to be the other guys because in this whole game, Watt was double team chipped. So when that happens, Sawyer, Hegberg, Highsmith, them dudes got to get there. But it wasn't just their fault because the back end was terrible. Ramsey, JPJ, and Slay got cooked all night long. And they, honestly, if you look at their numbers, the receivers' numbers for the Bengals, you look at Chase and Higgins, their numbers could have been better because, I mean, how many pass interferences were there?
Mm-hmm.
Like that, those numbers were already bad if you're a defense, and then they could have been way worse than that. Flacco's a statue, but he had a clean pocket. And then they've run for 50 yards a game, and you can't stop their run either. Like you can't do anything. They run the ball for 50 yards a game, and they run down your throat like that. That's just watching the game. I looked at the offense and I was like, hey, that offense can win you a playoff game or two. Maybe if you get a good matchup, hopefully, luckily, get to the Super Bowl. I watched that defense and I was like, that is just not a Steelers defense. And what makes it worse is that's the highest paid defense in the league right there.
Mm.
They've gave up 33 out of 6 games. They're the highest paid defense. So that tells me if you gave up 33 out of your 6 games and you got the highest paid defense, 2 people got to take the blame there. Either the GM or the defensive coordinator, because somebody ain't doing their job.
Yeah. It seems that this Steelers team is like it's polar opposites of what it's been the past 10 years. Built on defense, offense, sustainable, not great. Then you get a really good offense, and now the defense is just falling. I think it's maybe age catching up because Slay and Ramsey really good corners in their prime. I think they can still make plays, but I think just over the course of seasons now that it just kind of wears on them. It was surprising to me, although I had Bengals covering the spread, that yeah, you all Steelers can get any type of pressure with that terrible O line for the Bengals. Yeah, like would y'all have maybe 1 or 2 sacks?
I think maybe 2, and they were late. There was nothing
Yeah.
for about 3 quarters.
Yeah, so maybe it was just one of those short weeks. Y'all just kind of sleepwalking going into Cincy. Maybe that's why y'all couldn't get as much pressure. But I mean, other than that, I think the game kind of went how I kind of expected. With the Bengals, Flacco giving them some life, and that, like I said, that was a huge game for them. They didn't want to fall to 2-5, lose 5 straight, because there's a big difference between 2-5 and 3-4. So. But I think Steelers will be fine going forward though.
Yeah,
So
I said all that in that rant just to say after that, uh, it's a Thursday night football game, and weird stuff
mhm.
happened. And if you look at Thursday night games this year, the underdogs, especially at home, have played well. So that whole rant, and I'm going to end it with I'm not like the season's not over. And then
No.
also, I'm not going to be a sore loser. I'm going to give the Bengals credit. With Joe Flacco, they look like they can make it to the playoffs.
Yeah.
And if they can make it to the playoffs and then Joe Burrow can come back, we've seen what they do in the playoffs. So I'm going to give them credit. Flacco, Jamar Chase, and T. Higgins. I got to give them dudes credit because they balled out.
hmm
Still don't like them. Still hate the Bengals, but I'll give them their due. All right, so we're going to move on to the Sunday slate. Rams -3.5 versus the Jaguars. I have one question before I ask you your opinion. Do you think the Londoners go like, "Oh, it seems like we always get the poo game." Do you think they wonder like how bad, like just because the way the situation is, the flight over there, like that they
Yeah.
get the bad football games? Like, oh, we get no luck over here. We always get the worst games. Doesn't make any sense.
I feel like they're just happy to be able to get games.
It looks
Honestly,
like they love it.
yeah. I
It
mean,
really does.
you can hear them. They're pretty loud in there. So I think they're just happy to get some American football in London. So yeah,
And
that's
London, yeah, I get it. Who you taking in this?
give me the Jags. I mean, we see this team plays every year in London. I mean, they got to know this field, up and down. Rams, without Puka, think that's really gonna hurt them. So yeah, getting 3.5. I'll take the Jaguars here.
When I looked at all the international games, the highest or like the most different. What I can't
I get
speak
what you're
right now.
saying. Yeah,
Yeah, like the biggest win someone's had is 4 points. It's
yeah,
been three, three,
they've
three,
been
four. So
close. Yep,
I
they've been
love the Jags
close.
here.
Yep.
And you said Puka's out, so yeah, that makes me. I really didn't even have anything else because it feels like nothing that happens in America matters when they play in London. So I was
Yeah.
going to take the Jags and then Puka too.
Yeah, I think Jags might win out right here.
I ain't gonna lie, I like it. I like it. We are going to move on to the next game. Raiders at Chiefs. Do you have the spread for this one, Philly? I forgot.
12.5.
12.5. Uh, you go first because I honestly don't even know who I'm picking still, and I've looked at it.
Yeah, this Raider team stinks. Chiefs getting back. Rashi Rice Chiefs looking like they might go back to the Super Bowl. The way they played the last 2-3 weeks. But with that being said, this is way too many points to lay with the Chiefs. Division game. They are very content with winning this game by 5. I'm not laying 12.5 with the Chiefs. You see this over and over again with the Chiefs. That they won the most one score games last season. So yeah, I think although Raiders have been terrible, can definitely get blown out in this game. It's just too many points that I feel comfortable laying with the Kansas City Chiefs. Give me
Well, this
Raiders.
also does feel like the first couple years Chiefs when their offense was actually rolling, but then in a game
Hmm.
like this, they would still never cover.
Yeah.
They feel like Mahomes was thrown for 5,000 yards, but anytime they'd be over a 10-point spread, they never cover. It looked ugly.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yep.
So I'm kind of feeling the same thing here. I'm definitely going to take the Raiders. Chiefs ain't great against the run, so I think Genty can have a good day, keep Mahomes off the field, and then just keep it close. Also, did you see where they said they're going to give Rice a full workload? Do you agree with that?
I did. I heard something about that, and I don't know. I mean, this is like what, week 7, week 8. And you got all that talent still at the receiver positions. I don't see why you're running out there and trying to give them a full workload. So yeah, I'm not a huge fan of that.
Boy, my fault. It said heavy workload.
Mm,
So he's coming off injury, and you're playing a team that's not any good.
right.
And then also, you still have other weapons that are playing well. Yeah, that didn't really make no sense to me. And, well, I wish I didn't put this note down at the very end. I said I'm taking Raiders, but then I have Geno Smith has 10 interceptions this year. Yikes. All right. Next game, Dolphins at Browns. Both teams suck. I think next year both teams have new head coaches and new quarterbacks. What's your opinion on this game?
uh, can probably agree with that. But just with the way this line's going, I mean, yeah, I think it's begging you to take the Dolphins. So, see, Browns actually a favorite. I think they win this game. Junkins, he has a huge game. This Dolphins rush defense is absolutely terrible, the worst in the league in my opinion. They just let a running back 3 go for 124 yards on them. So practically anybody can run on them. If you're going to have Junkins in that backfield, he's getting 20 to 25 carries, no doubt, if the Browns are smart. So I think Browns get their second win of the season.
Yeah, I think I'm with you there because, like you said, the Browns, besides last week against the Steelers, have ran the ball really good this year with Judkins. And the Dolphins, they just kind of feel like a soft team. They can't really stop the run. They just kind of feel soft on both lines of scrimmage. So, yeah, I think I'm gonna have to go with the Browns too. Do you remember last week when I talked about Tony Rizzo?
Yeah.
Oh, he went off again on Andrew Berry
Oh gosh.
because he was basically saying what Tomlin was saying. Why would you trade your quarterback who you started to a division rival who's gasping for air? They look terrible and they're gasping for air, and you help them out. Like it doesn't
Yeah.
make any sense.
No, it did not at all. That is so stupid.
Yeah, that's when he went off on him, and they panned. It's funny that show they always pan to the other guys, and then the guys start to talk for like 2 words, and then Tony Rizzo just screams over. Not gonna lie, I might start listening to Tony Rizzo. I like Tony Rizzo, even though he's a Browns guy. Patriots at Titans. I picked against the Patriots last week. I'm not gonna make that mistake this week. Where are you going here?
I'm gonna also go with the Patriots, but I do feel like, two road games in a row. Patriots are firing all cylinders. Could be one of those spots where Titans get a backdoor cover or something like that, or they're hanging with them for 3 quarters, end up covering. But I'll go ahead and lay them with the Patriots. Also, Mike Vrabel revenge game. So he got fired. He might be looking to lay a number on them. So yeah, I'll go ahead and lay the Patriots.
Yeah, that was a classic goofball move. You get rid of all his good players, fire him, and then now he's in New England, and they look really good. Not for
Hmm.
this game so much, but just in total. The thing that kind of holds me back from saying the Patriots are a real contender, they're 26 in rushing yards per game this year. That scares me a little bit. Like,
Yeah,
if you can't run it at all and you're one dimensional in a playoff game, that scares me a little
yeah, I agree. I think Henderson needs to get more carries. Well, obviously he will with Gibson going out, but like Stevenson, he's had a fumble problem since last year. Like you get a rookie running back in the second round, like I think you gotta give him the ball more, in my opinion.
No, and I like Mike Vrabel, but I mean, it's insane. It's literally the definition of insanity. They just
Hmm.
keep banging their head against the brick wall, like they're going to bust through it. Like, unless you got this thing, you're not going to bust through that wall. I don't know why they keep
Yeah.
giving Henderson's carries to Stevenson. This has been a multiple year problem now.
Yeah.
So it's not like it's a Derrick Henry thing where it's a couple games. It's been a multi year problem.
Hmm.
Yeah. All right. On to New York. Panthers at Jets. I'm going Jets.
I'm
I,
going Jets too. As much as they stink, I think Bryce Young has one career win on the road, and this is his third season. So Panthers, you can back them at home, but I'm not taking Bryce Young on the road, even against this terrible Jets team without Garrett Wilson.
no,
I
yeah.
probably won't watch a second of this game.
No, absolutely not. Game's going to be terrible. And actually,
But
when I looked at this game and I was like, I'm going to pick the Jets, I literally just remember that TikTok comment when you said the Jets ain't as bad as we thought, and some guy go, "Oh, how'd that work out for you?" And I was literally when I was like, I'm going to pick the Jets, so I'm gonna have a comment like that coming from me if they get beat by 30.
yeah.
No, and that's a reason I picked the Jets too. Is on the road this year, the Panthers are getting outscored 31-15 per game. They're getting outscored by 16 points per game.
Yeah.
And the one game they kept close was against the Cardinals when they were down 27-3.
Hmm.
Also, another thing I like in this game, I like Dowdle's over.
Oh yeah, even with Trevor back, yeah, I think Dowdle, he'll probably still be the or get the number one option now. So yeah, and just Jets defense is terrible. Yeah,
Yeah,
he should be able to get his.
yeah. And did you see where Chuba Hubbard said he's 110%?
Oh gosh.
When I seen that, I said, brother, you better be 200% the way Dowdle's running these last couple of weeks, brother. You better get that Captain America secret serum because he's rushed for 200 yards a game. It's bad time to
Yeah.
still healthy. Next game, your Bears, Saints at Bears. Bears minus 4.5. Do you think that's a little low? That feels a little low, right?
I think it's about right.
I mean,
I
but
think
no, my fault. Go ahead.
no. Go ahead.
But I was saying you're probably right, actually, now that I think about it, because the Saints have kept a lot of games close. So, but I'm going to go Bears here just because the Saints have lost twice on the road by 2 scores already. So I think they give up a lot more fight at home compared to on the road. And then also, I got another bet for this one. Caleb Williams 3+ touchdowns. The Saints have allowed
Mhm.
14 passing touchdowns this year.
Jeez. Okay. I like that. Yeah.
What
I almost went Saints here. I was a little scared going into this game. A little short week for us, but we're going back home. Building momentum. Saints team in 2 games getting outscored 75-32 on the road. So yeah, I mean, if we don't cover this, like, come on, like we beat the Commanders. We're building momentum. We got to cover this number. Like we can't even win by 3. I wouldn't be satisfied with that. So yeah, I'll lay the short number with the Bears.
what do you think? What colors do you think Caleb paints his nails this game?
Maybe orange.
Orange. Put a
We might
yes on there.
we might bring out the little those orange jerseys. I don't know, but
Ooh, okay. The Orange Johns, them are pretty clean. Ain't gonna lie.
hmm
Next game, I ain't got a clue. I don't know what either of these teams are. Eagles -2.5 at the Vikings. Where are you going? I got no clue.
yeah, tough game. But give me the Eagles. I mean, they gotta get right at some point. I think Saquon gets a boatload of carries, but this could be a back and forth game. I could see it being back and forth pretty much the whole game, but taking the Eagles again to bounce back.
I'm going in the opposite direction here. I got to go Vikings. Eagles offense, like you say, they got to get it right, but it's been 6 games at this point. If you ain't
Yeah,
showed no, like they're averaging 287 yards a game
yeah, that's
for the
pretty
whole
bad.
game on offense.
Yeah, it's pretty bad, and
That's
defense
just
ain't too much better.
no. The defense the last 2 games. I mean, DeJean, he still looked good, but he ain't looked as good. Mitchell's looked not as good, but pretty still a great draft pick. But outside that, they don't got anybody who can cover.
No, yeah, the other
Who,
corners are terrible.
yeah, whoever's not guarding, whoever them two aren't guarding, is literally having a field day every year.
Yeah.
So that's why, yeah, I'm gonna have to go Vikings there. I don't feel great in it, but I think it's one of those games where who do I trust less,
Mm-hmm.
and I think I'm just gonna go
Eagles.
Eagles.
Not mad at it.
Yeah, going out to San Diego, Colts at Chargers. Chargers -1.5. Who you got?
Give me the Chargers with the -1.5. Coming back home, getting Quentin Johnston back. And this Colts defense has. I get it. They're scoring a lot of points. They're 5-1, but this defense has been giving up a lot of points. So Chargers should have a field day at home. This will probably be a back and forth game as well. Probably shootout as like they Colts did just play in the stadium 2 weeks ago. So, but yeah, I'm gonna lay the short number with the Chargers.
And you talk about the Colts defense not being very good. They're allowing 43% conversion rate on third down.
Mm, pretty bad.
Yeah. But I'm gonna have to go the opposite here. I think I'm gonna go Colts. I think Jonathan Taylor has a big day because the Colts are giving up 5 yards a carry. So like I think they're gonna run the ball well, keep Herbert off the field, and I think they're gonna win this one. Good thing for the Chargers though. Good thing for the Chargers though is they're getting Johnston back. So that's that deep threat they really need. I don't know
Hmm.
what's happened to the Chargers. They looked
Yeah,
great, was rolling 3-0, and then just since then it's been a struggle.
yeah. A hard team to read. Honestly, a lot of these teams have been this season.
Yeah, and honestly, in that I don't feel too confident in the Colts because I don't really know how good they are yet. They ain't really played no.
Yeah.
The Broncos is the best team, and that game ended where if they don't get the that penalty, they lose the game.
Mm-hmm.
So I really don't feel great in it, but I'm gonna go Colts. Speaking of the Broncos, Giants at Broncos -7.5. Think I'm I think I'm gonna go Broncos here because that defense is on a record pace for sacks, and I think they're gonna get the dart early, and it's gonna make it rough for him all day. They're not gonna let him run the ball, and then they're just gonna get a lead, pin their ears back, and I think they're gonna keep that record pace going.
Yeah, this is tough. I mean, the spread indicates that Giants is probably a trap, especially with the way Giants is coming off a win versus Eagles. Broncos barely beating the Jets. But with that being said, I like the aura I'm feeling from Dart and Scatterboo. This that Broncos defense is pretty scary, but I think they can keep it within a touchdown here. So yeah, give me the +7.5 with the Giants.
Okay, going with the aura and the exciting whites over there in New York. Understandable, understandable. I just hope Scatterboo take care of I hope he takes care of his brain.
Oh
Just
yeah.
the way that guy rams his head into defenders, I just pray for his safety and his after football stuff. Because it doesn't seem like he cares about safety. And hey, you know, if it's for my entertainment, I'll watch it. Guys, fun to watch. Next, going out to Arizona, Packers -6.5 at Cardinals. I'm going Packers, and I know it's in Arizona, but like, does 6.5 feel low to you?
It. I think it's about spot on with the way the Packers honestly haven't been impressive. So yeah, I think the books know they shouldn't be laying probably more than a touchdown. On the road. Right now, with against most teams anyway. So
No, and you're actually right. My fault. What were you about to say?
no, 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 you're good.
I said, actually, now that you say that, for some reason, I've kept that first game in such high regard,
Mm-hmm.
and I don't know why, because they haven't showed anything like that in a full game since then.
Yeah.
Like in one game, their offense stinks; they can't score any points, and then they score 10 points against the Browns, but then they give up 40 to the Cowboys.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, I guess that makes sense. Who'd you take here?
I went with Packers. Don't love it. We still don't know. I think Kyler's still questionable. I think I actually like it more if Kyler plays because Brissett came with some energy last week and I almost upset the Colts. I know it was a revenge game, but I don't like this because I don't like the way Love has been looking. Defense still pretty solid, but yeah, Packers have just not been impressive uh, here about the last 3 4 weeks. But with that being said, I will lay the 6.5. I'm not impressed with this Cardinals team either, especially if they got Kyler. I don't think they'll get much going offensively. So
Yeah, with the little fella behind them linemen, they've struggled this year. And it sucks because it's either do you take an inconsistent team or a team that you think sucks?
right.
I guess I'm going to take the inconsistent team. I'd feel better if they lose.
Mm-hmm.
Next, on to Dallas. Commanders at Dallas -1.5. I think I'm going to go Cowboys because the Commanders are bottom 10 in pass defense, and the Cowboys throw the heck out of it. Dak's looking like, I mean, he'd be an MVP candidate if they weren't 2-3-1. But
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna have to go with them because I think Dak's gonna throw for 300 plus, have a couple touchdowns, and gonna win a high scoring game. And I said that the Commanders' weakness is pass defense, and the Cowboys that's their strength. I was gonna do something for the Cowboys, but then I said no, they suck at everything. They're not good at anything on defense.
I'm with you. Give me the boys. I actually love them in this spot. This will be a shootout. Um, Yeah, Dak probably goes for 4 touchdowns. They get CeeDee Lamb back, which is huge. This Commanders defense, yeah, been pretty bad, and now you're questioning, like, is not necessarily Daniels, but like this Commanders team just having like a second year maybe hangover, possibly potentially if they lose this game. So yeah, I love the boys at home. They play better at home as well. The Cowboys do.
Yeah, and I think going to the Commanders, that's one of those things where it may be a second year drop off. It might be a harder schedule, and then it might just be a thing where they're just not getting the bounces like last year.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, who knows how their season goes if they don't complete that Hail Mary?
Yeah,
For
it was
both teams.
literally yeah, it was literally a turnaround for both of our seasons.
Yeah, like both teams, if it goes the other way, they have probably completely different seasons. So I
Mm-hmm.
think, yeah, I think they're going to lose two. They're going to be 3-4. And I think it's a combination of all three things, really.
Yep.
Finally, the last game on Sunday Falcons at 49ers. Do you know if Brock Purdy's playing in these games?
He got ruled out.
Ruled out.
Yep.
Who you going?
This was tough. I'm gonna go with the Niners. Falcons traveling across country, just beat the Bills. I feel like a lot of people are gonna be on the Falcons, and I see why. That defense is pretty good. Penix, finally trying to figure it out. But I think Niners, after last week's loss, coming back home, even with all the injuries, I think they get it done on Sunday Night Football. But Falcons are 2-0 on primetime this year, so they're showing out when the lights is on them. So, but I'm gonna go Niners here.
All right. Hang on. I think I'm going to have to go Falcons. I know it's on the road, and I know they've been a little inconsistent. They're definitely, like, talking about the inconsistency, they might be one of the top teams. Because, I mean,
Mm-hmm.
they beat the crap out of the Bills last week, but then they got beat 30-0 by the Panthers. So, I mean, they're all over the place. I mean, I can't spot them at all. I don't know what they're doing. So, but I'm going to take them here. I'm simply going to take them because they run the ball well. The 49ers can't run the ball, and the Niners are -5 in the turnover differential. That's
Mm-hmm.
like I don't know what else to say why I'm picking the Falcons besides that. And 49ers are still really injured. And
Mm-hmm.
also, you're playing Bijan and Fred Warner just got hurt.
Mm.
That's not good for the 49ers at all. That's
That
not the
is a
guy
little
you want to get
scary.
out. Yeah, you never want to lose him, but you definitely don't want to lose him when you're about to play Bijan Robinson in that offensive line.
Yep.
Okay? And that's it for the slate. What? Who's going to make a statement this week, Philly?
As far as teams,
Mm-hmm.
statement. 1 second. Let's go. Let's go Brownies. The Browns make a statement. Uh, well, I guess it's not really a statement because this Dolphins. Oh, this Dolphins defense is pretty bad. But I mean, the Browns offense is pretty bad too. But I think they're going, learn not to have their rookie quarterback pass for or 40 plus attempts or
52
so. Yep. So they're gonna
against
give
a
it to
team that
their.
had 5 sacks and 6 sacks in 2 games before.
Yep. Not smart, Kevin
No.
Stefanski. But yeah, they're gonna give it to their rookie running back, Quinshawn Judkins. He's gonna have a huge day on the ground. And yeah, I think they could beat the Dolphins by like 10 plus. Keep it close in the AFC North. So let's go Brownies.
Okay, okay. Also, to the Stefanski thing, like I know he's forgot more football than I've ever known, but he's had a couple stretches where it's been like I don't know why the game plan is what the game plan is.
Mm-hmm.
Because remember he did that the last year Baker was there when Baker had the shoulder injury and it felt like they were throwing the ball. I think they were throwing the ball 30, 40 times a game. And it was like, dude, you just said he's got a shoulder injury and now you're throwing the ball that many times. Like that just doesn't make any sense.
Mm-hmm.
All right. I think my statement is going to be the Colts. I think the Colts are going to go into almost San Diego, go into LA on the road, even though it's not too much of a home advantage. I think the offense is going to roll, and the defense is going to play good enough to where the Colts can go out to LA, win a big game, and roll out to 6-1 and have a big lead on the AFC South and really control things and still be the number 1 seed after 7 weeks.
I like it.
All right. Any other anything else you want to say? Any other statements?
No, this should be a fun one. We got another doubleheader on Monday, which should be interesting. Uh, honestly, I think Lions maybe blow out the Bucks Monday. I know
Ooh.
I've been loving the underdogs, but I think this line is just telling us that Lions are probably going to dominate this game. Didn't, but Bucks did beat the Lions in the playoffs last year, but
No, that
uh,
was Washington.
oh, that was Washington? Was it the year?
Lions
No,
beat the
Bucks lost.
Buccaneers 2 years ago.
That's right. That's
Yeah,
right.
when they went to the NFC Championship, they beat them.
That's right. Okay. Excuse me on that. But yeah, I think just with the line, Dan Campbell's really good after losses. I think he's 8-0 his last. I don't remember if that was ATS, but he's really good after losses. He's at home, so that should be interesting. And then The Seahawks and Texans, that should be really good. I don't know why that's at. I know it's on West Coast, but 10 p.m. is kind of a late start on
No, it's
Monday.
ridiculous.
Yeah, at least like a 9. But
Yeah.
yeah,
And I love football, but how do you feel about the two primetime games? I don't love them. I think primetime is one game.
I kind of like the Monday double header. Just something else to look at. On a Monday night. I don't hate it.
Okay. I mean, I can't be like, oh, it's a terrible
Hmm.
thought because, I mean, it's more football
Yeah.
and everybody loves football. So that's right. But on to the Campbell thing. I love that guy. He loves football. Do you hear that
Yeah.
interview he had?
Uh-uh.
He was talking about the game. It sounded like he was about to cry.
Hmm.
That's how much he cares. Guy loves football. He's one of my favorite non-Tomlin coaches in the NFL. I love guys that just love football.
He does. That man actually looks scary. If I shook his hand, he'd probably break my hand. Probably got
Oh
some
no, he'd
big
snap
old
you in half for
nubs.
sure. Yeah, he'd snap you in half for sure. You'd be looking like scary movie hand. Absolutely,
Yeah.
definitely be one of them numbers right here. but
Yeah. He uh he gives me like Coach Hawks vibes, like
oh, smack the crap out of your neck. Probably paralyze you
yeah.
because I think he's bigger than Coach Hawks. He's massive.
Yeah,
I
he's
think he's
massive.
bigger. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, everyone. That's the show for today. See y'all on Tuesday.